I am living for this. Avenge Buckbeak. I like Dudley's concept of a second bedroom. It also reminds me of my mom's concept of an essential second breakfast. So if Voldemort's soul is cut into 7 pieces, doesn't his soul then become like incomplete? Is that why he looks like that? So just a quick warning, this video is going to have spoilers in it. So I went into this with absolutely no prior knowledge of Harry Potter. I don't know how I somehow managed to avoid any spoilers or really most background information about Harry Potter while growing up in the 2000s and 2010s. Just to show you how clueless I was, let me read for you the synopsis I sent my Harry Potter obsessed friend when she asked what all I knew of the series. Okay, I'll tell you everything I know. There's a closet under the stairs that I've known about my whole life because I got excited that we had one too. Boy lives in there with a scar on his face. I think his parents died or something. He gets a letter. Boom, you're a wizard, Harry. I think some actual flying on broomsticks occurred after Sam tried to get me to watch one of the movies one time, but I fell asleep, so I might have dreamed it. There's Hermione and Ron Weasley, and they're all friends. I think they're all in different houses. Harry's gotta be Gryffindor, and I feel like Hermione is Ravenclaw. Ron maybe Slytherin? I'm really well versed in the houses because of choir. Isn't there like some weird sport like Quidditch or something? Big Spider maybe. Big Snake definitely. Voldemort can't be named. Severus Snape is a thing. Oh, and the Sorting Hat and the Golden Snitch. I know what the Sorting Hat does, but I don't know what the Golden Snitch is for. I think Harry's gotta kill someone at some point. Otherwise, I don't really know what he does. Dumbledore, Butterbeer. Maybe Harry, Ron, Hermione love triangle? Oh, and Neville Longbottom. How'd I do? I don't know what Robert Pattinson does in there, but I know he's in there. I will now do a reading of all of the thoughts I've jotted down while reading Harry Potter for the first time in my life at the age of 22. This is the Nicole that lives inside my head and what she was doing at the time of external Nicole's reading of this series. The flavor beans might just be the Bamboozle challenge, and the Remember All might just be the panic I feel every single night before I go to bed, before I get back up to lock the locked door and unplug all of the unplugged appliances. I like Dudley's concept of a second bedroom. His room is probably a lot less cluttered than mine. It also reminds me of my mom's concept of an essential second breakfast. Harry was so abused as a child, I'm surprised he didn't grow up to be a serial killer. I was definitely pronouncing Privet Road as Privet. Is Hagrid Irish or Australian? Why is he saying crikey? I thought Harry was going to be this shy little boy because of his upbringing, but holy shit is he gutsy. Oh my god, I just got to the iconic line, we could all have been killed. Or worse, expelled. Halloween at Hogwarts would be a fucking dream. Snape sounds shady and the food sounds delicious. A jacket potato is so much cuter than a baked potato. I'm confused by Quidditch. Most players are trying to score normal balls into the goals, and there are keepers. But Harry is over here doing broom gymnastics to catch the Golden Snitch, which essentially wins you the whole game. So what's the point of the other players? Are the other players like the American people casting their ballots, while Harry is like the Electoral College? It should be called the Electoral Snitch, not the Golden Snitch. Why the fuck are they having detention at 11 p.m? Why is Hagrid such an airhead? Oh my god, we were wrong about Snape. Oh my god, how did Lord Voldemort earn the title Lord? Is he like Scott Disick? I could have sworn Dobby was in Lord of the Rings, not Harry Potter. Why does my brain keep wanting to pronounce Draco as if it rhymes with taco? Draco. Why doesn't nearly headless Nick just finish his head off completely so he can be accepted as a proper headless person? He could even call himself entirely headless Nick if he's worried about like the ring of it. I mean, I suppose if most of your head is hanging off your body but not all of it, I suppose that becomes like a defining part of your identity. Did the bad guy just seriously kill a fucking cat? I'm gonna lose my fucking mind. I can't believe I just pronounced balaclava as baklava. Okay, so the polyjuice potion. That just seems so easy to fuck up. I fuck up cooking all the time. What if when you mix all of those disgusting things, instead of getting the desired effect, you literally make yourself sick? I haven't thrown up since 2012 and I wouldn't want to anytime soon. Being petrified halfway through the semester makes me think of being thrown online halfway through the semester. The second chapter is titled Aunt Marge's Big Mistake. Tag yourself, I'm Aunt Marge. Why doesn't Ron's family just adopt Harry? What if a muggle fell through platform 9 3/4? What even is the difference between a witch and a wizard? Can women not be wizards? When the divination professor said Harry's got the grim, my mind connected it to the suds. Harry's got the suds. I want butterbeer. I made butterbeer. Okay, I need to know if Hogwarts has community showers like an actual dorm. Like, does each house have their own showers? Like, they talked about the haunted girl's bathroom within the castle. What the heck is going on up there? Because for me, community showers are just a huge deal breaker. It's the reason I never lived in a real dorm. In my opinion, Harry Potter deserves his own bathtub for all that he's done for the school. I just thought British schools don't screw you over like American ones. Harry choosing not to wear contacts for his Quidditch match makes me want to pull my hair out. Quidditch in the rain makes me think of the Cullens playing baseball in a thunderstorm. Is the white girl seriously named Hermione when the best they could come up with for an Asian character was Cho Chang? Sirius is starting to remind me of the maintenance men in my first apartment. You'd be asleep and suddenly they're just standing over you destroying something with a wrench, not a knife, but it still haunts me. I hate Malfoy for what he did to Buckbeak because now Buckbeak has to go on trial. It's just like Harambe all over again. Please tell me we get some decent characters out of Slytherin. Hermione just slapped Malfoy, and why is Ron so into Hermione being violent? I am living for this. Avenge Buckbeak. The Slytherin table hissed loudly as they passed. You can't be serious. Wait, is Sirius going to save Buckbeak or something? I'm so confused. I feel like I'm being deceived. The rat isn't a rat. Okay. Ron has a broken leg and continues to hold on to the rat that keeps scratching and biting him as his hands bleed. Sirius Black is now the reason I hate the death penalty. I feel so bad for Frank. Harry's muggle relatives being scared of Ron's wizard family was exactly like all of my friends' parents being scared of my foreign mom because they either thought she was a communist or something shady my dad ordered online. Either way, fear is power, and Mr. Weasley needs to embrace that. Did J.K. Rowling seriously just write Hermione to demonstrate how Hermione is really pronounced? Did they really just say there is a bell system at Hogwarts? I literally cannot mentally comprehend this. Is it like a gong, or what does it sound like? Because I can't picture that nasty shrill ringing that I experienced when I was in high school. I really hope that scene of Harry throwing his toast into the lake and then a tentacle coming up and pulling it under is in the movie. I literally hate Snape for telling Hermione he sees no difference when Draco's wand gave her beaver teeth. I'm going to scream. Hagrid saying bong sewer instead of saying bonsoir. Harry and Hermione are reading a book called Men Who Love Dragons Too Much. Did you mean Donkey from Shrek? Did she really just write another pronunciation of Hermione's name? Your one Asian character is named Cho Chang. They can't all be horrible. It's the same sort of prejudice that people have towards werewolves. It's just bigotry, isn't it? Preach, Hermione. Is Harry really not going to take Cedric's hint about the egg? All because Cedric is interested in Cho as well? Cedric doesn't even know Harry's interested in Cho. Why are boys like this? Okay, thank God that didn't last long. Finally, I've been waiting for a mermaid appearance this whole series, and things are looking hopeful. God, Harry didn't realize, but I would have literally thought mermaids so fast. Like, I'm always thinking about mermaids. The fact that Ron is what matters most to Harry. I love that Hermione's pissed that she was what Crumb would miss most. Why do I always hear Moody in my head screaming constant vigilance whenever I'm out in public during COVID times though? Okay, but could you imagine having a pensive to put all your study thoughts into? Why doesn't someone fire Rita Skeeter? She's terrible at her job. Okay, this went from friendly riddle spouting Sphinx woman to blood sacrifice real quick, man. Real freaking quick. Wormtail cut his whole arm off? I thought it was just the finger. This is a children's book? Robe me. I cackled, me getting out of the tub. Let the police come, Harry says. Is Voldemort supposed to be some kind of metaphor for Hitler? Neville was gazing fondly at his moonlit cactus. How do you remember stuff like that? Asked Ron. I listen, said Hermione. A theoretical knowledge will be more than sufficient to get you through your examination, which after all is what school is all about. I felt this, oh my god, there is more to learning than just testing. The loyalty they all have for Dumbledore is making me want to cry. Okay, so I understand James was arrogant, but Snape literally called Lily a mudblood. Serious. Were we seriously right about Snape? Because I will lose it. Why is this chapter called an excess of phlegm? Don't start a pandemic now. Okay, so is Snape just an idiot or what? Because if he knows that Voldemort wants the Defense Against the Dark Arts position so badly that he pretty much offs everyone who gets it, why does Snape still want it? If the Half-Blood Prince is Voldemort, I am going to lose my mind. So if Voldemort's soul is cut into 7 pieces, doesn't his soul then become, like, incomplete? Like, you can't tell me he's not losing parts of himself as he does this? Is that why he looks like that? Which brings me to my next question. If not for the Horcruxes, Why does Voldemort have a botched rhinoplasty? And like 15 obvious cavities? You are the most powerful wizard, and you choose to look like that? I bet nosebleeds are a bitch. Is it weird I like the idea of Harry and Luna more than the idea of Harry and Ginny? Holy shit, is the dark magic in the potion book because it's Voldemort's Horcrux? The roaring creature monster thing inside Harry that makes him like Ginny is undoubtedly the inspiration behind Anastasia's quaking inner goddess from 50 Shades of Grey. And I hate that for all of us. Dumbledore sure puts the dumb in Dumbledore. I want to climb into this book and personally slit Snape's throat. Harry constantly showing his I must not tell lies hand to the minister is such a power move. I am on page 129 and there have been 3 deaths. God, whatever the hell just happened with the snake and Bathilda Bagshot walked so this could run. I love the idea of Ron finally finding Harry after wandering the forest for hours, because Ron sees Harry chasing after a mysterious deer. Like, that's just me as fuck. He can move faster than Severus Snape when confronted with shampoo. I am gone from this earth. Okay, why Fred though? Like, why? I just want to talk. Snape is dead? Yes, this pleases me. I'm so overwhelmed. Snape gives me school shooter vibes. I'm upset Harry named his son after him. I love Neville's character development so much, and I like Harry with Luna more than Ginny. I'm low-key pissed. Essentially everyone in Harry's friend group is dead. And lastly, no one will ever convince me this is a children's story. So I'm now going to do quick little reviews of all of the books for anyone who's curious how I actually felt about the books, whether I thought they were good or not. So first is Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. Overall, this was a fantastic book. Maybe the plot could have been a little more riveting, but I love the twist that took place in thinking who was responsible for certain things. No hard spoilers since it's avoidable. It's a great setup for what I thought was probably to come, and I thought it would only get better from there. Next is Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. This was another great one. The twists and plot lines were more wild, which I loved. I feel like it'll only get crazier from here since the characters and everything are super established, and I think this one was a little bit better than the first one. Next is Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban. This one was the best one so far. Definitely the first 5-star one. There were so many twists and subplots going on. It's such a roller coaster that you almost need to take notes. It was really satisfying and good. I cried about Buckbeak. I laughed about the whole parade of chained together people and Snape floating in midair. Genius, show-stopping, unforgettable, never been done before. Next is Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire. I liked Prisoner of Azkaban more, but this one is still also a 5-star one. This one just blew me away and made me cry as well. I loved how this one had just as many, if not more, subplots as Azkaban. I also love that Cedric was respected and honored and not just killed off and forgotten about, as sometimes happens with these kinds of adventure-focused books that are super fast-paced. It was just so good, and it got so dark at the end so fast, and it made me kind of glad I didn't read it as a child, because it turned into a true nightmare so fast the last 100 pages. I was already stressed for the next one, but until that horrible crazy climax, it was super fun and enjoyable. But after this one, I just was scared, not gonna lie. And there's such a weird sadness that lingers after this one, but there's also like some hope in it. The feeling you're left with after reading this one is really hard to describe. It's just sad hope. Next is Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix. This took me nearly a month to finish, but it was so worth it. It'll probably be the longest book that I read this year. This one absolutely broke my heart. I don't want to keep getting hurt. I'm so sad. 10 out of 10 would cry again. Next is Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince. This one, all I had to say was it was again such an amazing plot, and I also cried after this one. Next is Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows. I thought this is both the best one and the worst one because there's just so much death, but there's so many crazy twists happening at the end that you just will not be bored. What's touching me? God, I'm getting bit. Oh, I'm so itchy. You are the most I fucking hate Oklahoma. I hate Oklahoma. Okay. Okay, how do you see my face from there? Damn it, I ripped this one again. Here, you eat this. Harry constantly showing his I screwed that up. Harry constantly showing his I screwed it up again. You need to straight back. Straight back or you go to chiropractor. Nobody's outside, right?
Too much boob now.
Okay, stop talking. Oh God, where does this look good? I think I discovered a new style.
Put both hands behind your back.
Why? That's weird.
No, not really visible.
Coming for you. I could take old Boldy.
What is this? Drive?
Privet drive. This. Yes, I pronounced it Privet originally too. Okay, this went from friendly Rindle. Kill myself. I know the people that live in that house. So if you made it this far into the video, make sure you comment who you think is the superior Harry Potter character down below. I reply to every single comment. And don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe since I post every Sunday. And I may do more Harry Potter or book related content if you guys enjoyed this one. I was thinking about doing unpopular Harry Potter opinions. Let me know down below if you might want that. And that's all for now. I hope you have an amazing day. Bye guys.